get much done in the 6 hours since the last video. So yeah, last video I hinted that I'd elaborate on a hero you're about to see 150 times or so during this next TI, and it's Night Stalker. Night Stalker is currently the most sought after hero in Pro Dota. In the TI7 qualifiers, he boasted a 318 pick plus ban rate, I think. Clockwork trails behind that with like 302, then Sand King, and then Nyx Assassin. You might have noticed they're all offlaners. So why all of a sudden is Night Stalker a more important pick than the other three? A few things actually. It all comes down to vision and a lack of farm, and Night Stalker has a bit of it. Clockwork has a 10-second duration, small circle of global vision with rocket flare and doesn't really need anything, maybe force stuff and blade mail later on. Nyx Assassin has vision anywhere at the risk of him getting caught out by a sentry, but he sort of needs blink. Sand King doesn't have any vision that he can really give, and definitely needs blink, but Night Stalker has a nearly 100% uptime of 1800 flying vision. He's also extremely tanky, has high damage, has a silence, has a slow and mini stun, and a miss chance, and for everything but the vision, he needs not a single item. Yikes. Well, the thing is, he's going to be picked every game, so maybe I should just explain why. Night Stalker counters everything, or at least does moderately to extremely well against everything, and he does it all without a dependency on items, meaning that as soon as the first night hits, you are in business, fighting all over the map while your hard carry, who does need items, free farms. He's an enabler who also just happens to counter any hero in the game with a spell, of which there are 113. Specifically, he counters meta picks right now like Puck and Quap and, well, any support. And of course the big one he counters is Keeper of the Light. It's fitting, you know? And then you flip it over and Night Stalker runs into heroes that he can't deal with. Oh no. They're illusion-based heroes, but oh, look at that. Look at this memo. Illusion-based heroes are not in the meta. So yeah, it turns out Night Stalker is an uncounted beast. The only way to counter him is to pick a subpar hero, and then you're just countered by life, really. This next bit's interesting because it all depends on how many levels you think you're gonna get, because either you destroy on your lane and you get level 6 at 8 minutes, or you get trashed and get level 6 at 16. Anything else in the build changes. Here's the optimal build with Darkness at level 6. This is assuming by the end of the first night you'll be level 6 or higher, and it's important to know beforehand because to set up for the first night we put Points and Hunter in the night, a spell that doesn't give us anything until night comes. Void, however, is always good. Day or night it's a 335 damage mini stun and slow. At night the slow just increases by 3.75 seconds. It's got an 8-second cooldown, which is nothing, but it has a 110 mana cost, which for a low mana hero like Night Stalker isn't quite nothing. Crippling Fear is the spell I use to sum up my dating life if someone else picks Void. In game, at daytime it's a 3-second silence and a pretty boring 10% miss chance, but at night it's an 8-second 50% miss chance. 8 seconds! 8 seconds! Dude! Hunter in the night does nothing during the day, but does wonders during the night. It's a 35% movement speed increase, constant 90 attack speed increase, pretty much a Mask of Madness, and newly added is an active aspect that makes Night Stalker fly and gives flying vision for 2 seconds. Honestly, imagine that in real life. Night Stalker's already scary as hell with his face resembling a gnarly vagina. Those are already scary even without teeth. And then there's Darkness. It makes the map dark. Okay, so it works by adding the darkness over the top of the day-night cycle rather than in it. So for example, doing it at 8 minutes when the first night ends, you get 50 seconds of more night, and so 50 less seconds of daytime. And if you use it during night, you're overlapping the two, and so it's less efficient, you know? I take Night Stalker offlane. Well, I mean, when I'm trying. Sometimes I take him mid, sometimes I take him carry and do stupid stuff like, well, maybe I can wait and talk about that in another video, but at TI you'll see him roaming or safe lane support just as much as off lane. The typical build is a bunch of tangos and salves and all that, a stout shield, and then just cash in hand to make sure you have boots and maybe a smoke by the time the first night rolls around. I said you didn't need a single item to get going, but boots helps an awful lot. But needing no item means you're free to go whatever your team needs. You can go Ags for vision, at the risk of not really having any damage, or Solar Crest, or Heaven's Hellbed for utility. You can get a gem with your Ags, or you can go an Armlet, or even a Basher Daedalus. The pros would probably build on a game-to-game basis, but let's theorycraft here. I would probably go Divine Rapier Rush. Hi there. This episode was brought to you by Gore Rocker, Foxy fucking Loxley, Free Kill, Chris, 1996, Pearson Mewborn, The Adam Sandler Attack Crab, Allahu Dankbar, Lucas Cacone, Zena Penumbra, Mr. Revolute, Shadow Sweetheart, Jeff Miller, Carbon Bond, Ruge Mefleur, Haha, I saw these guys a whole month ago, Michael Robb, Mr. Magic, aka The Tones, Kaiser Wilhelm, Orslovic, Shiva's Guard, Lieutenant Pupper, Red, English Breakfast Tea, Pro S, Procrastination Studios, Leonard, Yabis McGee, Soranok, XD, Christian Rudder, Milocott, Scar, Apache Mari wearing a headwear, neckwear, nicknamed as Hatcrafter, Jim Bob the Son of God, Tsunami Shadow, Puneeth P, Rip Mitchell, Exato, Whimsy Shy Magic, Grumman, Emmy Dies Alone, King Gizzard, The Shitty Wizard, Herpaduper, Doodadurp, Swaggity, Booty, Boot Boot D, Tugs McBoat, Slap a Leg a Lamb on the Side for It, Redless, Zeframpilica, Kerosene, and 15. And yeah, that's it.